G'day everybody and welcome to Dice It Up Gaming. Today I've got Platformer set up here for a 2-player playthrough. This is a 1 to 4 player game. Not too keen on the solo play, but I don't mind the 2 to 4 player game. I find it plays really well when you've got 3 to 4 players. Now this one's based on the old platformer games. What we've got over here is, I've got set up here is the forest dungeons. It actually comes with 2 dungeons. You have the forest ones, and you've also got the void, which is like a blue sort of colour. You do come with 2 bosses to defeat as well. What's set up here is the Medusa. The other one's Ike, I believe. That one's packed away. There is some minis here. As you can see here, I've got 2 players and the minis. There is a more detailed video up there, be up here somewhere towards the end, if you want to check out the minis, see what they look like. The base game doesn't come with the minis, so I've even got the plastic or acrylic harps that came as a can't remember if it was an early backer or as a bonus for following the campaign. Can't remember that one. It's quite a while ago. So what have I got? Yeah, so I've got Avis. She's got 6 health. This is the special die that you keep track. So you'll soon work out how that works out when I roll. They each come with one. Also got your special ability. What star actions can get turned into, plus the health. Same with Uquai here, so I've got Avis and Uquai. It's got his special ability. Once per turn I can turn 1 die from my dice pool to an attack. Avis is once per turn I can discard a coin to swap places with an enemy or a hero on an adjacent space. So not too bad special abilities. Over here is the enemies that you populate the dungeons with. So you've got little spawn points there, so every time you flip, you fill them out, like you fill them up. So you got the coin spots and you got gem spots. So you just fill it, and that's the level 1 monster that you got to defeat, and their special ability, what happens. So over here we've got your items and you've got your potions that you can buy from the coins. So I think that's essentially it. When you do attack a monster, you actually have to attack its full life points. So if we take a look here, see how the zombie has 2. So I would have to have 2 attacks to defeat it. I can't have 1 and then hit him 1 more later on. You've actually got to take all the health. So that's essentially it. I'll get him at the starting line. So this isn't a cooperative, it's a competitive game. It's the first person to make it up to the boss level and defeat the boss is victorious. So, and the solo version, you have a time limit. You got like 12 rounds to get up there, defeat the boss, and then you get scored. Like I said, I'm not a fan of that. I have a lot of other solo games out there that play a lot better than trying to beat a score, but I do enjoy the 2 to 4 player. Enjoy more the 4 player game. It gets a bit chaotic when you have 4 players, but it has like a gravity effect where you can apply a gravity and things fall down. I quite enjoy that. So I'll start. Get your dice tray out. So to start, you've got your action die and your monster die, or your action dice and your monster die, and you roll all them. Start. So, and what you do is you always start with the monster die. So because we're off the board, we must use one of these ones to get on the board, but we will activate the monster die first. So he will go first. So they will move across over here. They will not walk off a ledge unless we tell them to do so, and I haven't got a symbol there to show you. You can order them around, but they will move. And this is the bottom of it, so all that's the bottom. They will not take damage from traps. And so that's essentially, they've all moved that way. That's them. Now, Yukwai will go first. We'll use one of these to get him on the board. Just set that down there. Okay. So, I'll explain some of these. That's for your special ability. So if you have a star on your character boards, you can activate there. Well, not the special ability, but it has on here. I'll pick up Yukwai. So you can see there, you got the star, and that's what the star can be used as, either a boot or the skull. The skull's what allows you to maneuver the monsters around. So I'll use a, I think I'll use a coin. No, I want to keep a coin, so I'll use a boot. I'll just use a boot to get up. I'll use a boot to get him up. So I can start anywhere. So I might just start there and collect that coin. Then I'll use another boot. Move them across. Once per turn, I can turn one die to an action die. Might collect a coin. I'll take that and I'll collect a coin. And then I'll, what will I do? I will thinking I might use that star and move him over. Use the other star, turn it into a skull, and I'll move him over. Okay, so I'll just explain the board here. Essentially, even though there's two tiles here, essentially they're one. So that joins in and that joins in. And you've got your shop down here as well. The ones in the reds here, that's your traps, where you will take one damage. So that's all the dice. Essentially that's Yukwai's go. So we'll move on to Avis. So Avis will roll her die. And that's what I've got. So again, the monsters will go first. They will move that way. He'll move over here. He will go back here. And he will go there. Then I'll have to use one of these die to get Avis on the board. think I might use the star, I think. I'll use a star, put her on. You can push, so if I was to go here, I can push that monster out of the way. I'll go over here. And I might move. I'd use the skull to move the zombie. So I'll move him here. Oh, actually, I'll move this one over here. And then I'll cash a coin. And the other thing you can do is if you have two dice with the same symbol on it, you can actually forge them together and choose a symbol. I'm going to forge it together, and I'm going to choose a boot. Turn it into a boot so I can move there. Now, so that's Avis's turn. Generally after the turn, I should have done it with Uquai, his gravity will kick in, so everything will fall down. But because there was nothing there, gravity wouldn't have kicked in. So even Avis, gravity kicks in, nothing's going to fall. That zombie's not going to fall because he's standing on Uquai. And that's essentially it. And then it becomes Uquai's go. So now the turn begins. You begin with remove a level. And to remove a level, if Uquai was up here, beginning his turn 2 levels away, you'd remove a level. Hopefully I'll be able to show you that when it gets a bit further up. But at the moment he doesn't remove. Then you refresh all your exhausted cards. None of them's exhausted. And we roll the action dice. Again, the monsters move, they will move that way. He will come through. He will come through. And I assume he will move onto a ledge. It states they will not move off a ledge. So I can only assume that they'll move onto a ledge. I could be wrong on that one. A bit unsure on that one. I'll play it that way, but I'm sure if I'm wrong, leave a comment down there. But yeah, it was just a little bit unclear on that one. It just states that he won't move off a ledge unless a player uses one of these and then you move them off a ledge on purpose. But otherwise they won't. But there's nothing stating that what happens if they're standing on someone, do they move on? I can only assume they do. But either way, you can either move it on, or you might even want to leave them on there just to make it a bit harder. I guess it's one of those things that unless I know the rules, find rules out, you can just house rule either way you want to do it. So he's in a bit of a pickle at the moment, I think. I need to be able to do some attacks. So, got a zombie here next to him. I'm going to turn these 2 boots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn these 2 boots, forge them, turn them into a sword. So I'll lose that one. And I'm going to do the same with the stars. Turn that into a sword, get rid of that. So I'm down to those dice. So I'm going to attack a zombie. He does take 2 of those 2. I will get rid of him. He will give me 1 coin. So I'll pop this up, get a bit of a closer look. So he'll do 1 attack. He's got a either a special ability or just something that happens. That's his health, and that's a reward that you get for killing him. So at the moment, when zombies fall due to gravity, it is defeated and leaves its loot on the space it fell to. That's that. I might actually store that into my special die. So that's when this red one comes in. So if you have an action left over, you can keep it. Instead of losing it, you just turn it in and you keep it for your next round. That's that. Gravity kicks in. So no zombies are going to fall. And then that player ends its turn. We can move on to Avis. Now we'll keep going this way. So we'll get this moving on, so we're not going to drag it out all night for you. I'm going to roll the die. Again, I'm going to move the boss die. Not the boss die, the monster die. They will all move this way. They won't move. He's near a ledge. He won't walk off a ledge. So that's essentially all their movements. So now I've got boots. I'm going to use a boot and move her up. Now this icon here is the shop. That's where you go to buy things. I haven't got a lot there to buy. So I might cash in a coin. Two boots. I'm going to turn those 2 boots into a coin and cash it in. And I'm going to store that for later. Change the special die and store it for later. So gravity kicks in. There's no gravity. No one's going to fall. So you guys go. Alright. So this symbol here means that if you're adjacent to a monster, they will attack. No one is, so they won't attack. What I can do, what have I got? I've got a boot. So I'm going to turn turn 2 of those into a sword. I'm going to turn the 2 money. Oh no, I won't. Actually, I will use that. So I'll use the skull. I'll move the zombie over. And then I'll use the 2 swords to attack the zombie. I'll get a coin. And I will cash those 2 in. No gravity. No one's there to bother the gravity. That's Avis's turn. So the monsters will move. He'll move. He won't move. He's near the edge. He's at a wall. He's not going anywhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move monster over here onto him. I'm going to use these 2 boots. I'm going to jump over here, so that's 1, 2. I'll use another boot. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to use that star. I might actually cash that in. Up here, I'm allowed to, for a boot or money, I'm going to cash that in for money. Gravity, no one's affected. So we'll roll again. If I can get a good outcome here. Okay, so monsters will move. Again, I'm unsure on this bit. I'm just assuming he will move on to a thing. I could be wrong. Doesn't help much. See, the moment I move up, so I'm thinking I might go that way. So I'm going to use a boot. Use 2 boots to move. 1 and 2. I'm going to change this into another 2 coins into a boot. I'm going up here. Now I can go up here and I can push them out of the way. I'm going to push them over here. And I'm going to store a sword. Gravity, no one's there. Go again. Okay, so this one's Avis. They will move, they're not going to move. I will use a boot to jump up, to collect that. And because she's up there now, these flip over. And we flip over the monster card. And all we do now is we just populate. So you've got coins, you put the coins where they got to go. No coins on that one. Same with the gems. You put the gems where they got to go. And what have we got? We got the ent. So they go, and those little spawn points go. Okay, so it's Avis's turn. I just got to finish it off. I will use another boot. And I'm going to jump on his head. Jump it over here. I'll show you later on what these are used for. These are gems and they multiply your actions. So the more gems you have, the more you can multiply a certain action. So if you have a single attack and you want to turn that into a 2 or 3 attack, you use your gems. So I'll just show the ent. Again, the reward. Takes 2 to kill him. He hits with 2, and just what he does. So when you move to a space adjacent to an ent, you discard all boots and stars from your dice pool. So I will cash a coin. I might cash a coin again, turn that into a coin and cash it for what Avis has up here. And there's not much I can do with that. I've got a knife in there. I'll end my turn there. Gravity, there's no one there. That's you quads go. Okay, so they will attack. There's no one adjacent, so that doesn't affect anybody. You quads go. I am going to move We use two boots to move 1 and 2. I get that coin. Might use that from, no, do I want that to move it? Yeah, I think I will. I'll cash that in for a coin. I will use that as a movement. I will turn these two into a movement as well. I'll turn that, I will use that into a move. So I'll take a point of damage because I went through a trap. I'll lose a gem. Now you don't have to worry about, there's no permadeath here. So if you lose all your health, you just faint. And then you start again. And I'll use the other boot to go across here. Gravity. Avis will fall. Nobody else. They'll attack again. I think I'll move. I think I will use that to move the ant there. Essentially I can move up 3. What I want to do here, I want to get up there. I think I will get up there. I use 3 boots. 1. I'm going to turn that into a boot. 2. And I'm going to turn that one into a boot as well. Move there. As I move next to him, he does attack me for 2. I moved adjacent to him. So I'll lose 2 health. And because I moved in a space adjacent to the ant, I'll lose my boots and stars, but I don't have any. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack him for 2. He's gone. I will get a gem for that. Reset that. That's done. Gravity, no one's there. No gravity. So I'll go again. They will attack. Nobody's there. So you inquire, what are you going to do? I am going to move that ant over there, that one. I'm going to move up 1, the boot. I'm going to use that to move up again 1. And I'm going to buy something. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got 9. So I'm going to buy the Ninja Star. So you've got your cost on the side there and what it does. As you can see there, I can exhaust and use 1 star. And then my next attack this turn may target an enemy on my map tile. So if I'm standing here, I can target an enemy anywhere there. So that's Uquise, that's 4. This will fill up. I've got another 5 to spend. I think I might get a potion as well. Might buy one of these. Potion. So I can discard it and turn one die from your dice pool to a chosen symbol. So we'll buy that. That was for 3. Now that will get refreshed. And I think I will buy a health potion. I can heal all my health. If I discard that, that's for 2. I will cash that in for an extra coin. And I will save that for later. Gravity, no one's there. So now I'll go. Avis's turn. Alright, so they will attack, no one's there. Just move her up a little bit so I can get some space. Yeah. What have I got? What have I got here? 2 attacks, a boot, a coin, and that. Don't have a lot. So I think I might use a boot. I'll move. I'll turn that, use that as a boot. I'll hang there. I'm going to turn 2 of these into a boot. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to move him into there, into the trap. So he takes a damage. And I will cash that in. And I think I will buy something at the shop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7. I might buy that. So if I exhaust that, I can discard all my coins. Your next attack this turn deals 1 additional damage. Like that. That costs 6. Now the whole idea why I'm trying to get weapons to build the extra 1 damage, and that's what you've got to sort of think of when you're moving up, is Medusa has 4 health plus your levels. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So Medusa has 8 health. So essentially, when you roll, you're not going to get 8 health on your roll. If you have a magical roll, and you happen to roll that, you're only going to get 5. So you're not going to take it down. So that's why you need items that can help you build up, and you need gems. That's about the only way you can able to get rid of Medusa. So she's done. Gravity, no one's there, no one's going to fall. So you guys go. They will attack, nobody's there. I think I'll turn those. No, what can I do? I'll use that, use a star. I'm just going to move him over there. And the beauty about gravity is you can apply the gravity anytime. I'm going to apply the gravity, and he's going to fall. He's down there. So put him out of the way. I'm going to move. Pick that up. I'm going to move again. And I'm going up. So now these will kick in. Oh, I'll flick that over. There we are. So that kicks in. That's the new monster for the level. That's a werewolf. So that's your rewards. So he's at 3 health, so we need to have 3 swords to kill him. He does 3 damage, and when werewolf attacks a hero, that hero resets the special die. So you lose your special, whatever the symbols on your special die. Let's move these out of the way. Be like that. So there's that. So that is now finished. That's populated. I can continue my turn. I will cache that in. And I think I'll end my turn actually. There's not much more I can do. So end my turn. Gravity, there isn't gravity. So start again. I will, if there's a level there to remove, there's no level to remove. So there's no cards to refresh. So I roll the action and enemy die. Okay, so they will move. He will, they won't. He will, he won't. He won't, he won't, and he won't. Okay, so that's everyone moved. I will, what do I do? I'm gonna move the wolf. Do I want to move him actually? Do I want to move the wolf? I think I will move the wolf, move him here. I'm going to apply the gravity just yet. I'm going to cache the coin. I think I'll turn that into a coin as well. And because I'm on the shop, I'm going to buy this. So I can discard on a gem space and I'll gain 1 gem. I will have that. I'll have 2 boots. So I'm going to change the boots into a sword and I'm going to store the sword. Gravity will kick in, he will fall down. And that's that. I'll start again, remove a level, no one's up here. If someone was up here, then this would get removed, but nobody's up there, we're all down here. So that won't get removed, no cards being used, so nothing get refreshed. So here we roll. All right, so the werewolf will attack. So he attacks for 3. You cry, gets taken out, so he faints. That gets reset. And he's off the board. Now, because it was his go, what I can do now is I can use one of these to get me back up. So I think I'll use I'll use a boot to get me up. I'll use a boot, that'll get me back up here. I think I will go I'll go this way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move zombie up. I'm going to apply gravity. Boom, he's gone. So he will die because of this. So that he'll die and leave his loot. I'm going to apply gravity again. Not gravity, I'm going to move him over. I'm going to use that. Control him again. And I'm going to apply gravity. Boom. Here we go. Gives me 2 there. And I'm going to cache that in. Okay. That's that. So now it's Avis's go. There's no gravity. Gravity doesn't kick in anymore. Okay, so they'll attack. No one's attacking. No one's adjacent, so no one's attacking. So I will move. What I'm going to do, I'm going to move the wolf out of the way, I think. If I get that way. Actually, I might move the wolf over here. Move the wolf for me. I'm going to turn that into a sword. I'm going to use that. So I'm going to use 3 swords and take them out. So I will get a gem and 2 coins. Gem, 2 coins. And I'll cache that in. Gravity, go again. This is Uquai. So that's what I rolled. So the monsters will go. No one's going to move. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move, use a boot. I'm going to pick up these coins. I'm going to get the ant out of the way. Because if I move adjacent to an enemy, they will attack me. So I move the ant out of the way. I will move instead of the boot to move up. There's a boot again to move across. I probably could have used that instead of that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use that. I'm going to move him over here. Gravity, activate the gravity, that falls in. Uquai's ended. Gravity kicks in again. There's no one there. Now it's Avis's turn. They will move. He will move, 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 move. Nobody else. I'm going to use that. Move him out of the way. I'll use that again. Move him out of the way. Apply gravity, he'll go down. I'll use that to move up. Oh, no. Actually, I'm just going to fall straight back down. I'm going to cache that in. Cache that in. And keep that as a dagger. She's done. Alright, so as Uquai's go. They will attack. No one's there. So I'm gonna, what have I got? Let's see if I can move up. I've got a lot of coin, but I want to get up there quick. So I'm going to turn that into a boot. I'm going to move. Move again. move him over. I'm going to store that for later. It's my turn, gravity comes in, he falls down. And that's that. Avis's turn. They will move that way. They won't move, he'll move, and he'll move. Alright, good, I've got 3 boots, good. So I'm going to go 1, 2, I'm going to go 3. I'm going to turn these 2 into a boot. 4, and I'm going to cash that in. Gravity, no one's affected, don't think, nope. Roll again. Okay, so they'll attack. No one's there. Alright, good, I've got 2 boots. I'm going to go up. Use 1 boot. I'm going to go across here. Collect that for another boot. I'm going to go this way for another boot. Move him over with that. And I'm going to cash that in. Okay. Gravity, no one's there. Alright. So now it's Avis's turn. This is where this bit kicks in, where you remove a level. So because she's up here, 2 away, this will remove, they all go, that goes. They flip over. And essentially, now that is the ground floor. She'll refresh everything, nothing's there. So she will roll. No one will attack, no one's next to her, they'll all attack, but nobody's next adjacent to them. So nobody suffers any damage. So Avis will move up. There's a boot to go up to that. Might use the 2 boots to go across this way. 1, 2. And I'm going to use the star as a boot. I'm going to jump up here to get that gem. And now this activates. So this is the boss level. Now once you enter the boss level, you can't get out. So as you can see, the arrows. Arrows are all down here. So once you get in, you're not coming back. So you follow the setup on your boss's card. So you've got your setup. So this one here, you spawn Medusa on that icon there, the boss's spawn icon. Chosen by the active player, you shuffle Medusa's attack deck and place it next to the boss's sheet this turn. She does have some tokens there, where you get the poison token, stone token, and the mirror token, which all do different abilities. So I'll give them a read here. So you've got the poison token. When you have a poison token, your hero suffers 1 wound at the end of your turn. Now the stone token, when you have a stone token, you cannot use any actions. So I've got to use 2 chosen symbols to discard the stone token. So essentially you've been turned to stone. So the mirror token, you can discard a coin on the purple symbol, which, if you look on the boss card, it's that symbol there. So if I spend a coin on there. I can take a mirror token. When you have a mirror token, you cannot get stone. So I cannot get a stone token. So that's Medusa. Now, this here only comes into play when you're in the boss's area. No one's in the boss's area yet, so we don't have to worry about that just yet. Same with the special, she's got special rules there, but again, that's what she attacks with. And the health is 4 standard plus however many levels. So the idea of this game here, if you want to make it last longer, you can actually increase the levels onto it, but she will get harder as well. So it's Avis there. Avis is going to choose to put her, I might put her down there, I think. Get her down low so I can actually attack her when I get up there. I do have a dagger left. So again, we just populate this as a coin there. Actually, she'll go there. That's the spawn, that's the purple one. That's a spawn point there. So we'll do the coin. That. I think I actually took a coin from her thing. I think I did. I can't remember if I took it from there or from there. Oh, it doesn't matter. So that's done, that's done, that's done. That's her. So with the setup there, that's her attack deck. So I will show you, give that a shuffle. Produces attack deck. Now this game does come with 2 bosses. There is an expansion out there that came with it. I don't know what the retail part comes with, but I know the minis were extra. They are they were a game found exclusive. So it was just one of the game found parts, the stretch goals that we hit with the minis instead of the standees. Quite happy. Like I said, go check it out. It'll be at the end of here. There's an unboxing and you go have a look at all these minis. They actually look pretty good. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna store that. Gravity kick in, that'll fall. That's that. So now it's Yukwai's go. Okay, so they will all move. This still affects the boss, so she will move there. That will move there. And there. What I've got. I might turn 2 coins. No, these down here. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm going to jump up actually. I need a boot, so I'll use the boot. Move that way. Turn them into a boot. Jump up. Get that. And I think I'll turn that into a boot as well. And I'll go this way. Boom. It's gravity, nothing there. So you remove a level. No level gets removed. If she was up there, then that'll get removed. Roll. Okay, so they will move. Medusa won't go anywhere. He won't go anywhere, but he will. There's a trap up there too. Alright, I am going to move. Now, also, the other thing with the boss level, these don't affect the boss unless you're in the boss level. So because no one's in the boss level, I can't move her. But if Avis was in there, I'd be able to move her. I can move that one, apply the gravity. I think I will use that as a boot. Move that. Use that one as a boot. Move that. Cache that one in. I might thin these out. What have I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get rid of them. The 3. There we are. And a sword. Oh, won't do much with a sword, so I've already got a sword. That'll be me. The gravity will kick in. Because I'm on a ladder, I won't fall, but I do have the option where I can choose to fall. So if I want to use the gravity and go, yep, I'm going to fall, I can fall. But I'm on a ladder and I don't want to fall, so I'm going to stay there. As U cores go, they attack. Because the ant is above U core, he will attack for 2. So, oh, he did get his full health back. I didn't move it all there. So when you come back, you have your full health. So he will have 5 health. So he does lose 2 from the ant. I will attack him though. I'll use those 2. I'm going to attack him. Get rid of him. And I'll get a gem out of it. I'll just throw this over here. Actually, I'll put it back. I will move the wolf. I'm going to take a damage coming up. Move the wolf. I will go up. I will take that damage. Because I'm going to cash in the coin. What have I got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and I got 3. All right, that's it. Avis's go. So they'll move there. He won't go off. She won't move. So I will move up. I think I stand a good chance actually taking her out, I think. I'll cash a coin in. Okay, I will use that to go up. Okay, so now I'm in the... Okay, so now I'm in the boss level. So this is where it's going to change a little bit here now. I do have these. I am going to turn them into a boot. I'm going to move. So gravity will kick in now, and then it's not going to affect anyone. So in my turn, now it's the boss's turn. How that works is you've got to roll the enemy die, and you're looking for a card. We're drawing an attack card with that symbol on it. So you flip it over. See how it doesn't match that any of those, or See if I can focus. See how it doesn't match the symbols? So we discard that. That one, can't use that one. This one we can use. So that is now what Medusa is doing. So it's a snake attack. So each hero in range suffers 1 wound and gets a poison token. So that's her range. Avis is in that range, so she will... Each hero in range suffers 1 wound and gets poisoned. So we suffer a wound. We get poisoned. Suffer a wound. And that's essentially for the boss. So now it's Uquise go. Okay, so it's Uquise go. We'll roll that. Oh, the wolf attacks. That's attack symbol. Medusa will attack as well, but no one's adjacent to her. The wolf attacks. He attacks for 3. Oh, ouch. So Uquise faints. That resets. So we get our health back. And because I fainted on my turn, I can use this to go, but I need to make a dash up. I'm going to go here. I'm going to use that to get me on the board. Use a boot to get me up. I'm going to shop. So I'm going to get in there. I'm going to... I forgot. Oh. To reset that. Here we are. Okay, so I didn't reset that. Alright, so I am going to get... I'm going to have this. I'm going to buy that for 6. So that's a Sword of Madness. It's a passive, so it stays with me all the time, but I cannot heal. So I get a 1 additional wound. But I cannot heal. So that's 6. So that gives me 2. I will buy this one here actually for 2. It's a shifting potion. I can discard it. You can move through walls and platforms this turn. Okay, so I need another boot to move. I'm gonna discard this to allow me to move through a platform. That comes out, it gets refreshed. And I'm gonna use that to move. So I'm going up through this platform into there. So all we do with the discard ones is you just put them underneath. Just go underneath. And we're going to keep that dagger for later. Okay. So because I'm not up in the boss level, Medusa doesn't do anything. It only happens to whoever's up there. So it is Avis's turn. She is 2 away. So this will get removed. Now we roll. Alright, all monsters will move that way. He'll move, she'll move. This might actually work for me, I think, maybe. What have I got here? I've got... Essentially, I could probably do 2 of those into an attack. So I've got 3 attacks. Not quite. Oh yeah, I can actually do this. Now, this is what I was saying before. So I can actually, because there's a ladder there, she's there, there's a ladder there, she is adjacent, I can attack her. I can get there and attack her there. Now, this is where the gems come in handy. So I'm going to turn this into a sword. I'm going to turn these 2 into a sword as well. There's a sword and a boot. I've got a sword. Get the boot out of the way. So I've got these gems. So what you can do with these gems, you can modify your sword. So that now becomes a 2 attack. That's a 2 attack. And that's a 2 attack. And all you do is you've got to use 2 to make that, to give that another attack. So that's now 1, 2, 3. And that's a 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 attack that I can do. I can use this one here. So what I can do, I can exhaust that. And it turns my next attack. This turn deals 1 additional wound. So I've got to discard all my coins. That turns into 1 additional wound. So that's now there's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Medusa has 4 health plus the levels, so she has 8 health, which I had buried under there. She had 8 health, so she is now eliminated. That is 8. She is gone. And that is it. That's it, people. Avis has won. And it's game over for everyone. So she's won. That's essentially what you got to do. You want to get up there, take out that boss, and be the first one doing it. Like I said, I really enjoy this game. Probably more so as a 3 to 4 player game. 2 players not too bad. It's just, you're still a race to get up there. But at 3 and 4, it gets a bit chaotic. You get the people pushing you. They're moving the monsters onto you. They're manipulating. They're doing it. It does become fun. I do like this. It's easy enough to teach. There is a couple of rules there I'm a bit unsure of, like the one with the monsters on the head. Do they move over or do they stay there? I'm sort of thinking to make it a little bit harder, I might keep them on their heads instead of moving onto a platform, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. Hopefully I've played it well with the rules there. I might have missed a couple of things. It does get a bit hard trying to keep track of 2 different characters. Like I think I might have forgot a coin there, but it didn't make much of a difference if I did. Poor old Yukwai nearly made it up there. That's essentially it. That's a platformer. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed yourself, and I'll see you soon. Happy gaming.